So for this video, I'll be testing the difference between boss attack jewels versus magic damage jewels for my bishop. This test will be done with full food buffs and full party buffs with fever in Chaos Bonbon. And basically I wanted to do this test to finalize which jewel set is better for my bishop in her current state, so that I have some peace of mind before I go on completing a set of triple S jewels. Also, as an FYI, my bishop doesn't currently have any MD Hyperstats, so these results may vary for other bishops. And then for the test, I used SS jewels, so 8.5% magic damage versus 6% boss attack, 3% crit damage, and 2% crit rate. The test will be done in the conditions that I would normally boss in. So basically, in Chaos Root Abyss, there's 35% crit res, and I'm full buffed. The only difference here would be that I would be going into Chaos Bonbon alone, so I don't get the benefit of having 18% final damage from Blast Harmony Hyper, passive, that bishops normally get, but otherwise the conditions would be held constant between the two settings, so that the only variable should be the jewels themselves. And then after doing this test, I basically documented each line of damage to find the min, the max, as well as the average and standard deviation for each set. And to be honest, that took quite a bit of time, but I think at the end it was worth it. Also, I do want to thank Carter, aka VNOteca, #1 Ice Lightning Mage in NA Scania, for helping me with this buff party, despite being busy at work on Christmas Eve. Okay, so let's get started and find Chaos Bonbon. So I'm going to start off with my purple set, and I'll show you my stats full buffed with these jewels in just a sec. But I do want everyone to be aware that I didn't count the first seconds of damage data, because bishops have a passive called Arcane Aim that stacks up to 15% magic attack from when we start attacking. But overall, looking at these values after the fact, for boss attack jewels, my lowest damage line was about 5.18 mil, and my highest damage line was about 5.77 mil. And then over the course of attacking, the average damage per line was about 5.54 mil plus or minus 157k. Okay, and then next up, I have my green set, and here are my stats with these jewels. So for this trial, I had a lower minimum damage line of about 5.16 mil, and a higher max cap line of about 5.79 mil, and an average of about 5.52 mil plus or minus 173k. I didn't count any of the data after the fever max because of the obvious difference in stats, but at a glance, it initially looked like magic damage jewels were better for my bishop because my bishop was able to hit higher values overall, but there was greater variability in range. Meanwhile, my bishop hit a more consistent but lower value, but did an average of about 20k more damage per line of Angel Ray, so about 260k more damage per cast without additional damage lines. But at the end of the day, the results were pretty similar with a slight edge for boss attack, which I guess is good for me since I already started making my triple S purple set. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope this test was helpful, and happy holidays, everyone. Bye!